So this is a question written in by I don't think I know him, but he said, "My son recently told me he feels like he should be a girl, and I'm having a very difficult time finding a meditation or teaching that can help me to learn how to properly process this information." Okay. So I imagine that there's many parents nowadays that are in this situation because many more people are coming out as trans. Um, and I can imagine it must really throw parents and throw anybody, because we develop, this is how grasping at true existence works. We develop an image of somebody and we think they're always going to be that way. And then they aren't, and they change. And so this is a big kind of change. And, people have to figure out how to handle it. So I wrote to Sherry, one of our volunteers, who has a trans daughter. And I asked her what she would say, because she's been through the whole experience and she has a Dharma perspective. So I edited a little bit what she said. So she said, "It's really not easy for any parent to digest. And it is not because most of us are anti-transgender or holding onto some image of our son. It is hard to digest because of fear." Okay? There are so many fears that bubble up. And I think that is the main problem that gets in the way, fear. It is diving into the unknown. And then she goes on to explain. And it is not an unreasonable fear. So this is her view of it. It is not an unreasonable fear in a way because of the world we live in. We read all the time of transgender people being beaten to death. As a parent, we are always worried, hoping that our children will be safe. For example, I can only imagine being the mother of a Black teenager or young adult in this country, having to say, please don't go out too late, don't go to places that are dangerous, stick to the speed limit, be polite, keep your hands where the police can see them. Just even having to say that to your child. It is a full-time job just trying to calm all our fears, and of course we can't. So this is also a function of attachment, is that you worry about the object of attachment. Some of the worries or the concerns might be legitimate, but attachment blows them way out of proportion. Yeah. So a parent may have very legitimate ones. They may have ones that are unfounded. They may take legitimate ones and blow them out of proportion. So there's a whole variety there. But in any case, it's stressful. Yeah, because parents want their kids to be safe. If your child is transgender, there is fear for their safety. My son Bradley transitioned into a woman, Jacqueline. I tried so hard to talk Jacqueline out of transitioning. I thought she'd be safer finding another way, or being gay, so I tried to convince her to be gay. But she is not gay, she is trans. She identifies as a female. What did I know? There is a lot we as parents have to learn. We put our foot in our mouths all the time. It is all new to us. But the bottom line is to love them. Just love them. Love them, and it will be okay. It really will be all right. And we can see that because Sherry has brought Jacqueline up here, and we've seen the way they relate, and it's very nice, yeah. And Jacqueline's quite confident in who she is. So Sherry continues, I thought I would miss my Bradley, who I so adored. He was my youngest son. But I don't miss him. It is the strangest thing. Having worked through all my own fear, I can stand in front of my lovely daughter, Jacqueline, and absolutely adore her. She is not Bradley, she is Jacqueline, and she is wonderful. A bit of a nag, a bit like her mom, but a wonderful human being. She never changed her heart. She brought that with her and all her other wonderful qualities, and her heart was always a very kind, compassionate heart. So I would say, don't rush. Take your time. Be patient with yourself. Whatever you experience as a parent, experience it all with compassion. Meditations on emptiness really help. Yeah, really asking yourself, who is this person that I have such a strong image of, and finding that they aren't that. Looking deeply into our body, bit by bit, seeing we are not our body. Okay, those meditations really help too. And also meditation on death. Life is so short. We need to support and love and cherish and help one another. There is really no time to waste on fear. Tomorrow may never come. So that's really beautiful. And you can see how Sherry applied the Dharma, over a period of time, calmed herself, changed, and not only accepted Jacqueline, but she doesn't miss her son, and she loves her daughter for exactly who she is, because those same wonderful internal qualities are still in Jacqueline that were in Bradley. Okay, so I hope the person who wrote this finds this helpful and can, work with their mind a bit and loosen. And what Sherry said about just loving them and accepting them for who they are. Yeah. And don't worry about what your friends say, because your friends may say this and your friends may say that. And it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that doesn't matter at all. So love your kids.